Today I'd like to talk to you about the Common Core standards and what these changes will mean for our children. To identify why the Common Core standards are so important for our children's future success, I would like to talk to you about Tennessee. In the not-too-distant past, the parents of fourth graders in Tennessee thought that they had reason to celebrate. 87% of their students were deemed competent in reading, placing them amongst the USA's most accomplished pupils. The problem was that that percentage dropped dramatically to only 27% when the same students were given more accurate national tests. In an effort to appear more functional, the state school system had failed the majority of its students by not holding them to the standards they will need to meet to be prepared for college and work life. The Common Core standards offer a better way to educate our children by clarifying the skills and knowledge vital to student success and learning, and by ensuring that all high school graduates, regardless of socioeconomic status or location, will be prepared for their freshman year of college or entry-level work positions without the need for remediation. Today I'll be focusing on how the Common Core standards create a clear benchmark for the skills and knowledge our children will require in the future, and how they provide the keys necessary to ensure that all high school graduates are prepared for their next step in life without the need for remediation. The Common Core standards clarify exactly what skills and knowledge our children will need to master to have success in the future and compete on a global scale. In Education Digest's 2014 article, Understanding the Common Core Standards, they explained that the standards were conceived to harmonize the grade level expectations for mathematics and English language arts in the United States for kindergartners to 12th graders by having the standards rise to the benchmark set by the highest educationally achieving countries. These standards were developed by educators and business leaders working together. For language arts, a stronger focus will be put on informational and nonfiction texts, and in grades 6 through 12, the standards will be emphasized in social studies, history, and science classrooms, in addition to the English language arts classrooms, to ensure that students are able to communicate the meaning of the text they read and cite evidence from their reading materials to support those meanings. In math, the focus is shifted to problem solving and being able to show how you arrived at your solution as opposed to just rote memorization. This, in addition to spending a longer amount of time studying a narrowed list of mathematical subjects to ensure mastery. And all of this info comes directly from commoncore.org, the official website created by the National Governors Association Center for Best Practices to help explain the specifics of the Common Core. Some of you are understandably worried about common standards changing what your children have been used to in school. The Common Core standards, however, only guide state and local policy making onto the correct track without commanding they obey uncompromising blueprints for how they should be used. If you take the time to go over the standards yourself, which I recommend doing at commoncore.org, then you'll see a central proposition of fewer, clearer, and higher requirements for math and literacy. As Phillips and Wong stated in their 2010 article, Tying Together the Common Core Standards, Instruction and Assessments, the Common Core Standards were specifically constructed to be adaptable for teachers and administrators and to emphasize getting kids ready for college. Now I would like to direct your attention to the visual aid. What I've got here is a side-by-side comparison provided by the Silicon Valley Community Foundation of a problem that can be seen on a math test. On this side, closer to me, we have what the problem would have looked like under the previous standards. It's a straightforward problem with 4 answers to choose from. On the side farther away, we see what the problem looks like under the new standards. There are no answers to choose from. Instead, students are asked not only to solve the problem, but to demonstrate and explain how they did it. There is no opportunity for guesswork. Students will need to truly understand their core concepts to succeed. The Common Core standards provide the guidelines to ensure that all high school graduates can move on to college and the workplace without the need for remediation. As the visual demonstrated, the Common Core standards will take the opportunity to guess on assessments away. There will be more pressure to learn the common concepts, but this is a good thing. Gaining a deeper understanding of the subjects they are learning and then building on that understanding every year will ensure that when students graduate, they are truly ready for the next step. In Defense of Mathematical Foundations, Wilson's 2011 article, he explains that the mathematics standards place the largest emphasis on students learning arithmetic, a skill even advanced placement college freshmen are currently lacking. Of the 3 million college students currently taking math classes, 39% are in remedial classes. By repeating and building on these arithmetic skills from kindergarten through 12th grade, we can help to dramatically lower these numbers. With both post-secondary education and the economy at large placing a huge emphasis on the need for strong technical writing skills, it makes perfect sense to also shift the focus in schools to the same. As Troya and Ollinghouse wrote in their 2013 article, The Common Core State Standards and Evidence-Based Educational Practices, The Case for Writing, by encouraging the use of skills that students will actually need to have a successful future, whether they choose college or the workforce, the Common Core Standards offer a better way to educate our children by clarifying the skills and knowledge vital to student success in learning, and by ensuring that all high school graduates, regardless of their socioeconomic status or location, will be prepared for their freshman year of college or entry-level work positions without the need for remediation. The Common Core Standards clarify what skills and knowledge our children will need to master in order to have success in the future educational endeavors, as well as prepare them to compete economically on a global scale. The Common Core Standards also provide the guidelines to ensure that all high school graduates can move on to college and the workplace without the need for remediation. Change, especially on such a large scale, can be scary. There can and will almost assuredly be hiccups and the need for further fine-tuning. The Common Core leaves these options open to the people at the state and local levels, allowing us to still be the deciders of what is best for our children. So I ask you, what do you think is best for your children? To advance their standards so they have the opportunity to reach their greatest potential? So they can stand strong in a global economy as well educated as their peers, regardless of where they were born or their family's financial situation? So they can head into the workplace or college campuses ready for the challenges that await them? Or would you like to keep doing the things the way they've always been done and hope for the best? I thank you for your time. Have a good evening.